Okay, so next question. Will cryptocurrency make me rich? Yes. Next question. No, I'm just kidding. So for a lot of people, when they're getting started and hearing about crypto for the first time, they wonder, will this make me rich? That's a great question to have. My name is Gomes, and my journey with you is to share how that is and why crypto can make you rich. Oof, I don't know if this is too deep though, because what is rich? What is rich to you? Because being rich, it can be, for one person can be, oh, I have a lot of money in the bank. To another person, it means I have a lot of time, or another person could be, I'm really close to my family. I feel rich. So I think it really falls down to what your own specific perspective of rich is. And in my opinion, if you come into the space looking at it as just another asset class, then you're kind of bringing that same perspective, that same toxic capitalism into it. You're just looking at it as a way to make money. Whereas what it really is, in my opinion, it's a paradigm shift. It's a way to disconnect from those central systems. So if you come into the space with a perspective of oh no, this is something that we can use amongst ourselves, that we can use for abundance, that perspective shift into abundance instead of scarcity, instead of bringing that old toxic capitalism into it, it creates a flow. It opens you up to bring in more, to attract more abundance. And practically speaking, what does that mean? It means if you can let go of the old toxic mindset, you're making space for opportunity. You're making space for possibility. And what the crypto space is offering today is opportunity, is arbitrage. It's all these gaps for you to come in, see it, and then slide in and start to profit. And so the question is, will cryptocurrency make me rich? Absolutely, if you want it to. If you are putting in the time and the work and the patience and the effort to understand it enough to really start to ingrain it and allow the information to come in, you'll start to immediately connect the dots. You just have to show up every day. A little bit of learning every day, 1% a day, can pivot you completely in a year. So just give yourself that time and that effort to learn more about it and to dive deeper and allow yourself to let go of the old to bring in the new. So I love talking about abundance and letting go to bring in the new, because there's this universal law, and I'm sure most of you have heard it. If you haven't, I can share a little bit about it. It's something called the law of attraction. And the law of attraction essentially it's about magnetism. It's about matching the thing you want by embodying it as if it's already happened. So there's a few things that you can do to put this into practice, okay? The first thing you can do is surround yourself with the right energy, okay? If the place you're at, geographically speaking, like your surroundings, your actual environment, if the place you're at is facilitating, it's making it easier for you to be scarce, for you to be tight, for you to be constricting, then that's the first thing you need to shift. You need to shift away from that environment to something that's more abundant. Surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that want abundance as well, or that want to go into that energy, because that's going to facilitate it for you. Another great practice that I do myself is I tend to a money tree. So buy a money tree. It's this great little tree with twists and turns that, in my opinion, kind of represents the complexity of the blockchain. But this daily practice of going there and nurturing this tree and giving it attention and love, and then it grows and it gives me oxygen. It's actually giving it back to me. That gave me a pattern of interaction to reward, like sweat equity to profit. And that's essentially what crypto is all about. Crypto requires interaction. It requires you to communicate with it. Why? Because there's no third party. There's no middleman that's doing that for you. You have to do that so that you can profit from the major rewards. And then one of the last pieces of the puzzle that I believe can make all the difference in how you attract new money into your life is looking at yourself not as a place where money stops and you save and you constrict and you live in a state of what if, right? If we're living in the past, we're living in fear of repeating it. If we live in the future, you're living in anxiety of the volatility of the unknown. So living in the moment, living today in the now, is really the fastest way to create that reality for you, okay? And the best way to do that is by looking at yourself as a point of transaction, like a node, or a better analogy is as a hose. Think of yourself as a garden hose. And your whole life, you've been pinching the hose, and the water, which is the money, was just trickling out. And unconscious, this happens unconsciously. We're just pinching the hose. And so if we can let go of that, if you can let go of the pinch, the flow will start to happen. And so a good daily practice is practice the flow. Direct the money towards things that are going to get you closer to the thing that brings you joy, get you closer to the passion that you love. And when you use money in that way as a tool and you're not actually working for the money, all of a sudden the universe starts to give you more than you ever can dream of, because you're directing that flow towards other sources. So to summarize this, the best way to get rich in crypto is to work on yourself first. And once you can shift that perspective and really look at this as a paradigm shift and not just another asset class, not just another way to make money, not just another greedy excuse, and you actually look at it as a shifting away from these systems that have kind of enslaved us, that have kind of kept us in a perpetual state of debt slavery, to now we can be in control of our money and actually be in benefit from our money and not have it work for us, as opposed to having a third party benefit from it. So if you want to dive deeper into this and want to learn more about the space and how to get rich and how to have that right mindset, make sure you guys check out my website. It's ottogomes.live. My course is Crypto Made Easy. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, @OttoGomes. And always, always remember to gamify your abundance.